Chief, will you lead us in the pledge, please? Okay, Ms. Phillips, will you do a roll call, please?
Vice Mayor Dale. Alderman Elder. Here. Alderman Langford. Here. Alderman Linder. Here. Alderman Proctor. Here. Alderman Rubel. Here. All present except Vice Mayor Dale.
Okay, and next on the agenda, we will, I'll take a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, motion made by Alderman Linder. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Elder. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, next on the agenda, public comments. Do we have anyone present to make public comments? Seeing none, we will go on down to additions or deletions to the agenda. Are there any?
Yes. Andre was going to look up for property tax help for those over 65. I'd like to see what he found out.
Yeah. So we can address this after the meeting as well. There's been some news about some states proposing and adopting that, but I'm not aware of Tennessee having adopted that.
Okay.
But it is happening, so there may be a sea change coming.
Okay, so at this point, we are not going to add that to the agenda. We're going to do some further study to see if we can find some information on that. So, okay, anything else? Okay, any old business? Okay. Under new business, and everybody try to remember to speak into the mic, please, so they can hear it on live stream. Next on new business, we have Main Street with Gene Gant, and then followed by Chamber of Commerce with Zach Stevens.
Just give you a quick update. We had a great concert the other night in spite of all the lightning, rain, more lightning and more rain. We had probably 200, 300 people there. We had to evacuate the park at one point because of the lightning, but when we opened it back up, everybody came back in, so it all went well. A lot of great comments about the fact that we're still having these concerts. We have another one coming up August the 29th. We'll be sure and get a personal invitation, all y'all to come as well. And that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
I think that we'll keep that in. Zach is coming up to talk to us about Chamber of Commerce and the historic zoning, historic district. So he's got a map that he wants to hand out and present a proposal about the historic district.
Good evening. Passing out two documents for you all. One is related to wayfinding signage, which you all have heard about previously. The city was a recipient of some grant funding from Department of Tourist Development a couple years ago, I believe, and that project has just kind of been stalled out a little bit. We have sourced a company that we're working with on this, and this signage is now in production. In that document, you will see the kind of proposed signage and what it looks like in the thicker packet, and that will be going up throughout the downtown area, directing folks to the downtown area, and then also throughout the county for visitors to see attractions and other things. So we're really excited about that, and we believe that's going to be a great investment from a tourism standpoint to welcome visitors, encourage them to stop and spend money locally, and help them find our businesses. Also in front of you all is a proposal. We've spoken with the mayor about this along with Main Street. In the 1980s, there was a commission set up, a historic zoning commission, and actually the chair of Main Street, Gene Gant, was on that. And we understand that in the ordinance that still stands, but the commission has not met in some time. And there is no historic district zoning map anywhere to be found. So what we're asking is Upper Cumberland Development District has prepared the map in that slimmer packet there. We're asking that you all would approve that zone. What would this do, you might be wondering? Well, one thing it's going to do is open up new opportunities for grant funding for our businesses. This would not apply to any residential areas. It would only apply to parcels that are zoned commercial and buildings that are over 50 years old. It only applies to the exterior of them. The commission would be voting based on guidelines, not any personal, matters or anything like that. But we have to have this in place for some of the grants that we've applied for in the past, like the Downtown Improvement Grant. So we've talked with the mayor about this a good bit, talked with Main Street and others, and this is already on the books, the ordinance for this. There's just not a map in place, and the commission has not yet met, or hasn't met in some time. So probably at the next meeting, I assume, Lori, right? We would like for you all to review this tonight, think about it, and would like to bring this for a vote to approve the map. And also, I believe the mayor would make recommendations for the commission so that we could hopefully move this along.
Zach, I would refer this to the planning commission.
Yeah. Any initial questions? If so, Gene Gant will answer them for me. Any questions on wayfinding, signage, either?
The Livingston Historic Zone looks like it's quite a bit of the downtown, but there's certain areas that it gets out to, and I don't understand what qualifies and what does not qualify.
So the way we laid it out is we tried to look at the area in which we might see future projects that might need grant funding, and so that's why that zone is laid out in the way it is. And we created it based on parcels of property, not streets, so it's clear as to what is covered and what is not.
Any other questions at this time? Y'all can kind of take this and look at it, and then we can ask more questions and do a vote on it. We'll put it before the Planning Commission as well.
Perfect. Thank you all so much.
Okay. All right. Bruce, you want to turn your mic off? Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Next on the agenda, we have Brian Stone here from Performance Services, just to give us an update on the Performance Services projects that has been ongoing for a little while now. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's been a little while since I've been in front of this board, so thanks for, good to see you all again. Typically, our project manager would be here. He's here. He's been here about every week for the last 3 or 4 months. He's out of town this week, so I'm filling in. So if I can't answer it, I will get you an answer. If you have questions, I'll be glad to get them. So if you recall, it's been quite a bit while that you guys approved a project that would cover some energy and operational efficiencies, as well as a large solar array at the raw water intake that would also come with $1 million refund from the federal government for installing that. So I'll get to that in just a minute, but I'll go through a couple of other things because we're almost done with about everything else. So we've upgraded all city lighting, interior buildings to LED. So every other building in town has been upgraded. We had to do a little kind of swap with the airport based on the work there. So we actually exchanged the hangar, the lighting in the building for explosion-proof and higher quality lighting in all the hangars. So we took out the terminal lighting and put in better lighting for all of the hangars in that place. So all of that work is complete and done. We've done building envelope improvements, so seals, doors, siding, caulking on all the windows and doors. So you should see that all the doors in almost all the buildings now are fully shut. They don't allow air in, and all the windows should have no infiltration, no air leak. So that should all be, that's all done. We've done, we're supposed to install new building controls, so thermostats and building controls. Last week, our controls technician had a family emergency, so we're rescheduling that. He'll be here later this week to finish that work. So that's the only one that hasn't been done. We installed a new SCADA system. So if you're familiar with the water plant, it is a supervisory control and data acquisition. So essentially, it's a process management software system at the wastewater plant. That is completed. Training is ongoing with the staff. So all the staff have been through the training, but we're continuing to make sure that that's implemented. We've had some calibration. We've been back here a couple of times to do calibration on it, but that is done and ongoing. And then we've installed variable frequency drives at the wastewater plant and at the water plant on the pumps and motors. Those are essentially a piece of equipment that throttles the motor so it doesn't run at 100% all the time. So it backs it down to whatever percentage it needs to save energy. So if it only needs to run at 60%, it throttles it back down to 60%. When it needs to ramp up, it ramps it back up automatically. So that will save a significant amount of energy cost and operational savings. Those are installed. I think the last one goes in this week. So that's almost done. The other part of it was leak detection. So we're providing leak detection, acoustic leak detection equipment. So essentially it'll find leaks on your distribution system. We're waiting on that to be delivered. We had to order it. It just took a long time. So we're waiting on that to be delivered, and then we'll train your staff and turn that equipment over to you guys. That's the only other piece. The larger piece is the solar array. So if you'll remember, it was part of a federal incentive. You get about $1 million back for installing it, and it reduces your energy consumption by about 40% at the raw water intake. We've been through a number of conversations, meetings, and requests for approvals with the Army Corps of Engineers and the State Historic Preservation Society Office, not Society, State Historic Preservation Office. We've submitted our final proposal to them. We had to adjust it a little bit to reduce the amount of disturbance on that land. So if you've been here a long time, you know that that has some archaeological significance on that piece of property. We had to kind of adjust the scope to reduce the disturbance on the land. So we've submitted it. We're just waiting for the Army Corps' final approval before we can move forward. But we've been safe harbored with the federal government, and we're good to go as soon as they give us the okay. I'm happy to answer any questions if I can. Awesome.
Thank you. I just wanted Brian to come and give an update on where we are.
Bill Hall, so the project manager, he did ask me to relay. Christian Manzel has been especially helpful. So he did say, please relay that he has been especially helpful in all of this work and scheduling and getting people access. So I did want to relay that. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I do have something that I need to change on the agenda because for some reason I put Morgan on there and that she would have been included in the Main Street Historic District. So I actually need a motion to remove Morgan White from the agenda tonight for Main Street. I think she was left on there from where we were going to do something last week. So can I have a motion to remove Morgan from number 3 on the agenda?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, motion by Alderman Rubel. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, second by Alderman Linder. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, so we're going to rename Kevin Bishop Airport number 3. Kevin, you want to come up to the podium so they can just see you? And Kevin Bishop has been, I've hired him as the supervisor, but I need the vote of the council just to approve that since he is a supervisor. Kevin has several years' experience as an airport manager. He also used to sell aviation fuel for the equivalent of Titan, who we buy our fuel from. Lots of aviation experience, and so he was acting as our assistant. He's worked at the airport now for some time, and I have hired him in the role of supervisor with the blessing of the council. Does anybody have any questions for Kevin? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve that hiring of that position? Motion by Alderman Linder. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, second by Alderman Proctor. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you all. Everybody go see Kevin at the airport and get a terminal tour and a tour of anything that you want up at the airport. Kevin loves the airport. So,
I do love your airport.
Yeah.
You have a fantastic airport up here, and I'm blessed to be a part of it. The leadership that you all have in place at the airport right now is fantastic, and it's going to be one of the nicest airports in East Tennessee, if not Tennessee, by the time we get done with this. We're very, very proud of it. We are having an open house on September.
thank you, Kevin. Okay, last on the agenda, just wanted to have John Hunt come up, and John, if you will make sure you turn the microphone on, and just give us a quick report on codes enforcement and permitting at the city of Livingston.
Okay, so that's just a printout, what I give y'all of permits issued and total payments brought in from permits issued. Total permits issued don't necessarily reflect money brought in from permits. As you can see from May, I think was our best month, yet June we brought, a couple less permits, but we brought significantly more in for permits. So that's everything. So that's building permits, alterations, sign permits, etc. So it's just a grand total of everything.
Okay, and I just wanted John to get in front of y'all for y'all to, get to know him, and if you have any questions for John, he's doing a good job at the city of Livingston. So.
Well, thank you. Did y'all have any questions?
Okay. Thank you, John. Okay, that being said, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, motion to adjourn by Alderman Rubel. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, second by Alderman Linder. All in favor? Aye. Okay, meeting adjourned.